for your introduction. Class of 2015, many of us began our countdown of time as a Cavalier over 2,000 school days ago when we enrolled in kindergarten. And now, less than an hour remains. But we've done it. We've made it to this moment. Almost 4 years ago, on August 29, 2011, I took my first steps into the high school as a freshman. The night before, at midnight, our plane for vacation touched down after being delayed 3 days due to a tropical storm. Because I was on vacation, I missed getting my schedule, attending the orientation visit, and even knowing my homeroom. I was completely in the dark about this whole high school thing. It doesn't sound too bad now, but for a young 15-year-old kid, I was overwhelmed. In hindsight, I, as we all, have come a long way since that very first day of high school at Kiski area. And it went fast. It's a pretty cliche thing to say, but it's true. 4 years can change people quite a bit. Just ask Miley Cyrus. The beginning of our freshman year, she was riding horses and singing Best of Both Worlds. Well, now she just rides wrecking balls. No matter how we've changed, it's been the best 4 years of our lives. We made new friends, and our closest friends became even closer. Memories were created, memories we won't forget. From hilarious ones, like watching a good friend get destroyed by another player during a bubble soccer game, to the not-so-hilarious ones, like the horrific day when we all realized that sweet treats would no longer be sold at lunch due to new health regulations. I know. Today, unfortunately, is the last time our entire class will be sitting together at once. Just 2 days ago was the last day that the time 2:44 will have any relevance to our lives. 2 days ago was the last chance that any of us will have had to join in a game of gym class hockey with Coach Dursky, or even just spend the entire class passing a tennis ball back and forth across the gym. For the past 4 years, our 262 separate lives have been intertwined, connected by the common bond of being a Cavalier student, and in a few minutes, Cavalier alumni. Today, things are going to change, yet again. Our lives won't be connected so closely anymore, but we will all still share in the pride and the power of being a Kiski area Cavalier. It's time to branch out and share our values, memories, and knowledge with the rest of the world. I imagine it's a fairly common practice to focus on reflection of your high school years during your graduation speech. However, while writing this speech, I realized I didn't want retrospect and reminiscence to be the center of my message this evening. Let's face it, we aren't gathered here tonight only to look back and remember our successes and failures that we've experienced together. We are here because it's time to move forward. It's time to begin to unravel the knot of journeys our lives at Kiski area have become. Class of 2015, the best is still ahead. At this point, before I conclude, I'd like to express my thanks to those who have done so much to get me and my classmates through our high school years. Firstly, thank you Google, the internet, SparkNotes, sorry Mr. B, and www.calchat.com. It makes me wonder how hard it must have been for my parents, and perhaps any generation that came before us, to do all of these things without the technology we have today. Speaking of technology, I realize I'm in a pretty awesome spot for a photo here, so if you bear with me for a moment. Thank you. It's going to be an awesome picture. All jokes and legendary pictures aside, to my classmates, it's not easy, in fact it's impossible, for one person like myself to adequately represent the conglomeration of people, cultures, talents, accomplishments, the struggles and the dreams that the class of 2015 proudly represents. An old saying goes, you are the average of your 5 closest friends. And today, I'm here to represent not only 5 people, but 262. And for that, I'm especially grateful. And speaking now to everyone else, the parents, siblings, teachers, administrators, and coaches. Thank you for the powerful lessons and knowledge you have passed on to us. For these things, we are in endless debt. As we look to the future, sitting here is the last class to graduate from a field built upon history and legacy, I think of a simple yet powerful inspiration that I came across recently. On the Purdue University campus, there stands a modest statue of a block letter P. The top half of the P is complete, perfectly chiseled and well maintained. But the bottom half of the P is only partially formed out of the rock it was carved from, creating a rough, unfinished look. The statue stands to symbolize that all people are works in progress, and that we are never finished growing and learning, or more broadly, never finished creating the legacy of who we are. I'd like this to be something you remember from my address tonight, that we are never finished. Tonight doesn't mark an end, it marks a beginning. In fact, the word commencement itself means a beginning or start, and most certainly not a grand finale. Once in a while, we will all think back to this day when all of our paths, in Robert Frost's words, have diverged in a yellow wood. But no matter the path we will have chosen, being a Kiski area Cavalier will make all of the difference. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like